If you have been sneaking around the recent game releases, then you've probably heard about a certain game called Scorn, which is a sort of a horror survival game, exclusive for Xbox and PC, and it's available on Game Pass. The game came out about a week ago, but it was announced in 2016, and ever since people were speculating about what this game will be, but a lot of people were quite interested in it. So it came out a week ago, everybody played it, the reviews came out, positive, also negative, but mostly it has been the topic, a very controversial topic of discussion among many people in the gaming industry. And I'm just here to give you my thoughts about it and get to know what you thought about this. What's up everybody, I'm the motherfucker who's making videos on this channel, and I'm here to give you kinda top 5 of personal, controversial points about Scorn, the game. And I'm gonna start from the very big disappointment for me, which is the length of the game. For me, the game is too damn fucking short. I do not know what they've been doing for the past 6 years of the development of this game, but to me, a game that is only 2.5 hours long, it might even be shorter than that, is kinda not right. I've played many indie games that are longer than this. Of course, you might spend 5, maybe 6, 7 hours on it if you are lost in it and you don't know how to solve puzzles. But technically, yeah, the game only lasts about 2 hours, and it kinda seems like it is cut exactly where it needs to start. Then, second, let's talk about the fucking puzzles. The puzzles don't make sense for the story and the environment of the game. And what I mean by that is that when you are playing Uncharted or any other games that is based on solving puzzles, it sort of makes sense. It makes sense that the puzzle will lead you to a treasure. But here, puzzles lead you to opening doors and getting your way to the next location. But it doesn't make sense, quite simply, for the engineering of the environment in this game. Like, nobody would have built. It is not credible that the people who live in this world, this lost civilization, would have built this kind of technology based on puzzles to open doors, if you see what I mean. I'm just gonna give you a quick simple example why I think puzzles don't make sense. In the very beginning of the game, you need to open a big door in order to advance. To do this, you need 2 people, yourself and another creature. You can extract this creature and put it in one of the 2 machines. One will kill it, the other will save it. If you kill it, you can still open the door using its arm. But the thing is, this wouldn't have been a puzzle at all if, for example, you have used these tips. You see, if the game told you, extract the pod with the little yellow light, you would have done so. Then it would have told you, go down and use the crane to get the pod down and get the creature in the seat. Then the game would have told you, advance the seat toward the scooping machine or the buzzsaw machine, your choice, which doesn't make any difference at the end of the day, and extract the creature. Use it to open the door, that's all. For me, this is not a puzzle. Of course, it sort of makes sense for the game to let you immerse yourself in the universe and kind of find by yourself what you need to do. But this is not a puzzle. Maybe the crane minigame on the wall is a puzzle, yes. But mostly, beside this is not a puzzle. And a lot of people, I think, got lost in its section like me, not knowing what to do, and had to look in a guide what to do, because this is just quite stupidly easy. But at the same time, if you don't know how to use these mechanics, you just run around touching everything. And the same goes for every single puzzle in the game. It doesn't make sense to have a fucking labyrinth minigame in the middle of a huge elevator. Who would build this? Who will build this if you think about it? Nobody will do this. Even a lost civilization, an advanced alien civilization based on organic and mechanic fucking technology, they won't build fucking minigame labyrinth. It doesn't make sense. And on top of that, you usually in each section need to do the same damn shit 3 times in a row just to advance. You need to find 3 simple rings to put on your key. You need to cut the creature 3 times in order to get inside and raise a pillar. You need to find 3 cylinders in order to advance in the next section with the elevators. You see what I mean? It's kinda the same shit all over and over again in a already fairly short and linear game. And now let's talk about this actually. This game is so linear that it feels more like a movie rather than a game. And many people may say, yeah, but we saw games like this. We saw games that feels like interactive movies. Of course, but in those older movies it kinda makes sense because those are not survival horror games. In the survival horror game, you cannot make it so linear that you absolutely have no freedom. When you get your weapons, you only get to use them where the game wants you to use them, and if you don't use them where the game wants you to use them, you are kinda sort of fucked. You cannot choose how to proceed in the next location. You cannot choose what kinda sort of a way you want to choose to fight your enemies. You can choose none of this. You only get a very small amount of bullets. You get to use your weapons only in a very small and short section of the game, and you sort of just do what the game wants you to do in a linear and very uncomfortable experience. I just want to briefly cut this to tell you that this game has a very good atmosphere. It has a fucking great way to make you curious, to make you interested and make you want to keep playing. Yes, this is actually one of the main good points of the game. You want to discover this world. You want to play to discover what will be happening next. Unfortunately, it is cut so short that you don't even have time to kinda get inside this universe. And on top of that, this game might have a good atmosphere, but it has too little to show. I have to say, I've watched a guy on YouTube who explained the Scorn lore right after I played the game. This guy's channel is Transhumanist Gamer. I'm gonna link in the description his channel and the video that I've watched. He kinda explains the whole shit from the beginning to the end. And I gotta tell you, once I finished the game, once I realized what the fuck happened, because I was so frustrated not to know what happened and what this world actually is, and having so little of information. Once I finally understood what it is, because his video actually explains it pretty well, I was even more disappointed than I was before. But that's just me, that's just my opinion. I would have preferred this world to be a whole different type of thing. I would have preferred that we have continued from the point where the game ended and have discovered more alien civilization, have discovered more things to do, have discovered other Scorn people, have discovered all the shit, have discovered what happened. A whole journey, so to speak. But we got none of this. Go check this guy's channel out and his video. You gonna understand the story if you're so damn fucking confused like me. Let's get to the fourth point. The game has an underdeveloped overall experience. What I mean is that it seems like the game was not finished. Yeah. It seems like you're only playing a demo of the game and not the whole game. You get 3 types of weapons and you cannot use them almost at all. You can only use the shotgun in this particular section of the game for about like a couple of minutes, because then you have used all your bullets and it doesn't serve any purpose at all. You finally get a fucking grenade launcher at the end of the game and you can only use it once and in a very scripted manner. You then use it to open doors, but then again it is scripted and it makes it almost useless. And you have your fucking melee weapon that every single people who play this game, I'm sure of it, hate it. And the game seems underdeveloped in many other aspects. Like I said, the puzzles are not thought correctly. The keys to the doors are very linear and very easy to find and can only be used to advance. You cannot use any of the keys or any of your equipment to open additional doors. They could have added so much in the game. They could have added secret rooms, secret places where you can go to discover more about the lore, to discover collectibles, to discover other creatures, to discover other things to do. But you get none of this. You can only use your shit in a linear way to open passages, to just advance inevitable ending, which is fairy, and mostly disappointing. And let's get to the last fucking part. This game has a very, very dumb ending. I'm gonna talk only for myself, but I think that there are probably people that are like me and thought about this like me. We as gamers, we don't care about the metaphors. We don't care about the fucking symbolism. We want a good game and a journey to experience. If you wanna make a game with fucking metaphors and symbolism in its story, make it a fucking movie. Don't make it a 2 hour long, hardly enduring experience in which the ending is very disappointing and leads almost nowhere. Of course, I've seen videos where people try to explain the ending and explain the story. They tell you that there are symbolism of birth and death, there are symbols of sexual relations or reproduction, there are symbols of this and that. I don't give a fuck. And I'm not saying that this in a bad way towards the story. I think if they try to tell a message, this is good. But like I said, make this shit a movie. Do not make it into the game. If you wanna make a game with that kind of setup, with that kind of world and atmosphere, develop it so that it makes a big, long, enjoyable experience with a good fucking journey through this universe, with ways to discover more and experience a whole damn complete product. I don't know if you agree with me. Those aren't just my thoughts about the thing. If this kind of clarified just a little bit to you what the controversy surrounding this game is, because I know that a lot of people loved it. I agree with the people who say that everybody needs to experience Scorn if they were interested in it. Yes, you need to play it at least once. Of course, this is a video that is full on spoilers, so you probably shouldn't watch it if you didn't play the game. But if you don't give a fuck or if you play the game already, then yeah. Let me know what you think about this whole shit. If you don't agree with me, it's okay. I'm just telling you what I think about it. But to me, personally, this game is underdeveloped. It is only based on its whole idea of the world. And they completely forgot that you need gameplay, you need a game that is full of things for a gamer to do in it. And you need to be able to enjoy what you're playing and not just follow damn stupid orders that are not even indicated. You get lost in a linear fucking experience which almost ruins it all, even for the story and even for the world they created. So that's it. Even based on all that, I like the game. Of course, I do not regret having played it. I like the fact that I could experience something like this because, like I said, probably the only and main good positive about this game is that the atmosphere and the world is done perfectly. So this is it. Let me know, motherfuckers, what you think about this. If you have any suggestion of something that I might watch to understand the story more, leave it down in the comments and go check Transhumanist Gamer because he has a lot to say about Scorn and he probably enjoyed it a lot more than I did. That's it. I'm getting the fuck out. Keep on being cool, keep on watching shit, keep on being creative, keep on playing shit. Leave a like if you don't wanna find yourself in the Scorn universe, lost alone. Especially in this fucking machine. And I'm getting the fuck out, guys. Yeah, fuck that.